Hello everyone and welcome to this special interview for IWP Podcast. We're here with OTT and Main Stage Wrestling star Scotty Davis. Alright David.
Hello.
How are you getting on?
Grand.
You all set for the interview then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, let's go.
Nervous?
You nervous?
Ah, no, alright. I was just talking, innit?
Right, go on, Seán.
Right, so first question now. For those who are listening to us who don't know who you are, would you give a quick introduction to yourself? Like who trained you, how long you've been wrestling for, that type of thing?
Yeah, I've been wrestling on shows now around Ireland 2.5 years. Trained by Joe Cabray, like Luther Ward. Been freestyle wrestling 10 years, and I just wrestling on OTT MSW, Uprising, and then the odd other show around Ireland, and most recently Lucha Forever in Manchester.
What was it like wrestling for Lucha?
It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. I was in there with two really talented lads in Logan Bryce and O'Mary.
Oh, Logie, yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Ryan Smile that runs Lucha, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
Yeah, you're in good hands there then.
So what's he like as a boss?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is he?
He's bang on. Really nice lad. It was ran real smoothly. Everyone there was really nice, like very welcoming.
So recently at Scrappermania, you got to take on an independent wrestling legend in Jigsaw. What was that like?
Oh, it was one of my favourite matches ever. He was just ridiculously nice, and like we just gelled together really well. I just felt comfortable the whole match, and I don't know, it was like I just felt extremely comfortable in there with him, which I wasn't expecting. Like seeing as how big the stage was, like it was by far my biggest match.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in there, it was just like I don't know, I was breathless. Like with the atmosphere and everything else, it just blew me away.
When did you find out about the match itself?
Not long before it, like I was in Florida for like 2 weeks beforehand, and I was only back, and I think I was only back like 5 or 6 days beforehand. And then when I found out about the match, I got really panicky because I was like rusty and stuff, and I don't know, I was just like extensively training then every day, like since I found out. I don't know, like I was really panicking in case I wasn't ready for it, but then when the time came, it just went really smoothly.
Yeah, I was actually at the show. Both of us were. It was a
Really
very
good
good
match.
match. Yeah, definitely.
Thank
Did he give you any advice backstage?
Just something simple. The only advice he really gave me was to hit him harder.
That's the type of advice I like to hear.
So yeah, who have you learned most from in your career so far?
Yeah, undoubtedly Luther Ward.
Oh yeah, Joe Correa. Yeah.
Such a nice guy. Like I've learned everything from him, and I don't know, he's like helped me with so many opportunities, and just he's helped Ireland in general. Like if it wasn't for him, then like we wouldn't be as blessed for shows as we are today. He's gave so many like trainees and wrestlers so many opportunities, and we're really just spoiled because of him. And like I couldn't thank him enough for what he's done for wrestlers and fans around the country.
Oh yeah, OTT. Obviously himself running OTT. So geez, that promotion's gone from like it's skyrocketed now over the last 2 years.
Absolutely, he put us on the map.
Absolutely. So speaking of Luther Ward, you recently got to face him at Contenders too. What was that like, getting into the ring with your mentor?
It was surreal, really. I was really nervous about it because I just wasn't sure, like what I can and can't do with him, because like obviously like I don't want to offend him in like in any way. But when I went out with him, like we done so much, and it was just like I'd say undoubtedly my favourite match anyway is the match I had with him, just because of nervous I was beforehand, and then the second we went out, it was just complete comfort, like, and I really enjoyed it.
So growing up, what actually got you into wrestling? What made you decide I want to do this?
I don't ever remember not being a wrestling fan, really. Me dad, me nanny, like everybody, like beforehand was a wrestling fan even before I was born. So then I was just raised into it. And then when I was 6, my older brother was a freestyle wrestler in the gym that my father was doing bodybuilding in, and I was brought in there when I was 6, trained in there until I was 6, like, but I always wanted to start professional wrestling. And then when I was 13, I eventually started professional wrestling when I found Main Stage at a Comic-Con.
Nice one. This is a question from Reddit. Would you ever consider going abroad for your training?
I've considered it A few times, a good few times. I have a 0-1 in mind, say about next year. I'd rather get as much experience over here and maybe in the UK as I can before taking it elsewhere.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
0-1.
you
That's
know,
the
I
one in
have
Japan, isn't it?
Gray training me and like plenty of other like great trainers and
Right.
other trainers from around the UK do come here. Like Johnny Moss is coming in like 2 weeks, so that's going to be great. So I know that he'd be over here, like, and have great facilities over here for training, and I'm spoiled really.
0-1. That's the promotion over in Japan that Maxer wrestles for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go over and train a bit over there because Michael May was over there and he was telling me about the discipline and what the style and stuff is like, and I'm really intrigued with it.
Yeah, sure.
And looking at the success Maxer has had over there, like, obviously I'll have people over there then just that know me in Maxer, of course.
Yeah, but there's an OTT contender actually going to Canada, isn't there?
Yeah, he is,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Darren Carney.
There we go, yeah, Car.
yeah. He's off to
Lance Storm's place, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's off the Lance Storm's place, and all respect to him, he's a fantastic wrestler, and going over there, he's just putting everything aside for 3 months, and he's nearly sure he's going to make the best of it because he's ridiculously good. He has a fantastic attitude, and sure, like, he's going somewhere that he wants to be.
Yeah, obviously it takes a lot of courage to go to places like Canada. Obviously you're going to be away from kind of your normal surroundings for a few months.
Yeah, and I'd say the training would be pretty intense as well. But he has the head for it. He's really a fit young lad, and he's everything about him. Like, he just has the head for wrestling, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
And stuff. Next question would be, who would your dream opponent be? It can be either past or present or whatever you want to choose.
Is this in Ireland or like worldwide?
Worldwide, you can do both. You can
I'd
do.
say one from Ireland, one from worldwide if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Well, in Ireland at the moment, Jordan Devlin,
Yeah.
like 100%. I'd really like to have another match with him. I had one in December, and I feel like that's when like my career as a professional wrestler like really started. Like, it's when like people kind of start taking me seriously, and I think that's what kind of put me on the doorstep for OTT and stuff. And worldwide, Matt Riddle probably.
Oh, the bro himself.
King of the bros.
Oh,
I love him, Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle's fantastic. No, he is. I've enjoyed every time he's come to OTT.
Yeah. Super nice guy too.
I know Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb. I'm not sure either or. I think they compliment me so.
Oh, Jeff Cobb, yeah, that'd be. Yeah, I wouldn't like to get a suplex by him
So
though.
your dream match would just be you getting flung around for 20 minutes?
Oh, absolutely.
Not many people know, but you actually worked security for OTT before you actually joined the roster. What was that like?
That was great. It was just really just helping out, putting the ring together, making sure kind of nothing kicks off, like, because of how like just they're really intense shows and pretty like closed in, and in case anything kicks off, like, we'd be there for it, and just kind of help in case Joe would need anything. Everything really, just kind of more of a respect thing.
Yeah, and obviously you take.
Be there.
Yeah, you take the bump. Obviously, the highest bumps from Ryan Smile as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember one. I think it was yourself and some other one of the OTT contenders. I think Smile. I think it was against Marty Skrull. Like, he nearly squashed the whole lottie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, that was
I think it was WrestleCon.
WrestleCon.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. No, I know every time Ryan Smile comes over, I said, "What is he going to do next?"
Yeah, come fly with me.
Yeah, Ryan Small is fantastic.
Oh, he is. So yeah, what's your thoughts actually on the current wrestling in Ireland at the moment?
Thoughts on it?
Yeah, current thoughts on it. Yeah.
Obviously, we're in a boom. It's never been like this before. It's really good. Like, I've had, say in the last month, I think I've been on way over 10 shows, which, considering this time last year, I've been waiting about 2-3 months for one show. And there used to be a divide in different promotions and training skills. But now it's like everybody's just all working together, and it just it's making it better for everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody's friends, and we're all just happy, and it's shown in the shows when we're just putting on better shows, really, because of the unity within everybody. And then again, it's all kudos to Joe, really, because with Contenders, it kind of like drew everybody in Ireland together for these like shows, training and stuff. He's just just giving us that opportunity. He's giving us the steps up into OTT, because it's obviously every wrestler in Ireland's goal is to be on OTT, and he's just kind of setting the foundation for us, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Excellent, yeah.
nice stuff.
He's really done a lot.
Oh, he's
in
done a lot
such
for
a
the
short time.
He has definitely in the last 3-4 years. OTT has gone from like a small like little promotion now to this big massive, like it's one of the biggest in Europe.
Yeah, sold
If
out
not-
shows nearly every month.
Like you're getting sold out shows, and you're going to the National Stadium selling that out, and you obviously another show in December, which is going to be just huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I was there at the very start of OTT, and like obviously helping out at it, and it's just crazy to see the progress of it. Like,
yeah, I
and
saw,
well deservedly so, because Joe was putting so much work into it. Like day in and day out, he's putting incredible amount of work into it.
yeah, 'cause we're from Waterford, so like obviously I try to go as many as I can. I remember going to my first show. I think it was last year, Scrappermania. Ken Anderson came over.
Yeah.
Because I've heard so many things from people saying like, look, go to OTT, this is really good. And I went and I thought to myself, this was actually Paddy's Day weekend, I think, as well, And it was absolutely hilarious, it was. It's the first match I've seen Jordan Devlin taking. I think he was in a tag match against Charlie Sterling. And then, yeah, so I can see where the buzz is coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, even the main event, Luke Ward defeating Pete Dunne for the title, like, that was pandemonium. That was, like, everyone was, like, Pete Dunne, like, obviously hated, that weekend due to, obviously, being an Irish holiday, so obviously everyone was going for Luke Ward. So it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was such a good show. Like, and then again, they've built it so well.
Yeah, I saw the promos. That's what got me into it as well. I love the promos from. If it's not from the Kings of the North, it's Angel Cruz is just absolutely hilarious in general.
Megalomaniac genius.
Oh no, like
I
even
was repping him on Sunday, Angel Cruz, and I just think he's probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in all of Europe.
yeah, I'll agree with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ridiculously good and so entertaining.
So yeah, next question for Seán.
Yeah, so moving away from wrestling at the moment, do you have any hobbies outside of wrestling?
Not much really. It's just kind of freestyle wrestling outside of professional wrestling. Like, obviously I spend like a lot of time with my girlfriend and family, and kind of playing games and stuff. But really, just freestyle wrestling and amateur wrestling. Well, freestyle wrestling and professional wrestling are just kind of taken over my life. More so professional wrestling than anything else. I kind of took a break from freestyle wrestling just to focus on professional wrestling, and it just really become my life. Like day in and day out, it's really all I think of, and everything I'm working towards is wrestling.
Obviously, it does. Yeah, it takes up a lot of time in your life. Definitely. Obviously, if you're truly devoted to it, obviously it has to be nearly 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, obviously you had your first official Tivoli match at the start of the year against Conor Andrews. Are we going to get a conclusion to the trilogy?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really hope so.
Because actually, no, because we were announced, that match was announced a week before we were going to it, and I said, we're delighted because like it's like two new Irish. Obviously, it's good to see more Irish talent on the show. And actually, I have to admit that was the best match of the card.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
No, seriously, no, it's not to butter you up or anything. No, we thought that was the best match of the night.
We were thinking, like, for two relative trainee new guys, like, there's no way.
Like, geez, like Luther, obviously a lot of training goes in, but geez, that was some match. And obviously, if it wasn't for the social elite, God knows what would have happened to the end of the match.
Yeah.
Poor old
I'd love to work Conor Andrews again.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the same as Angel Cruz. He's undoubtedly one of the most underrated wrestlers in the country. So underrated. Like, in my opinion, he should be everywhere. Like, so good.
Yes, obviously you had your second match at Contenders, which we both saw again, another good match. So we're hoping for maybe December, maybe we might get the conclusion.
As am I.
Yeah, come on, Joe, if you're listening.
Bring it to the national arena.
Yeah, and that was one of my favourite matches as well.
So yeah, actually speaking of the Contenders, what are your thoughts on the Contender shows now that OTT have been doing over the last kind of 5 to 6 months?
I love them. I love the fact that young trainees are getting opportunities in Ireland. It's kind of like, and with the OTT on demand, they're just getting a bigger stage, more people are seeing them, and I'm really happy for them. Because there's wrestlers like Callum Black and Amy Alonzi and Darren and Nathan, and they're just kind of getting, like, they're really, really good wrestlers, and they're getting that exposure that they deserve, but they wouldn't be getting if it wasn't for Joe.
Yeah, I have to admit, actually, it's a breath of fresh air to see actually more up and coming guys and girls from Ireland getting their chance. Because we went to the first one, unfortunately, we haven't been to any of them since. But the first one was excellent. Obviously, the Kings of the North taking on two
Nathan and Darren,
Darren, two relatively young guys for the tag team titles. Like, that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, and they've blossomed since. Like they've gotten a lot of matches since that, and they're just booming. Like, and they've gotten so good because that has kind of shown them what they're capable of. You know, now they have kind of something to live up to.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, do you think obviously the female division now has got so much better over the years. Obviously you have Martina, Casey. Do you see anyone else coming through?
Well, at the moment, Debbie Cartel and Amy Alonzi are just booming now on the scene.
Well,
But,
we've seen Amy Alonzi at the first contest, which where she was teaming with Angel Cruz.
Angel Cruz, yeah.
That was no.
It's some sort of mental mixed tag match.
Yeah, I think it was Justin Shape and Katie Harvey.
Katie
yeah.
Harvey, yeah.
So yeah,
Very impressive.
very impressive.
Definitely like to see more of her in the future.
yeah, no, they're kind of working shows all over Ireland now. The Up and Uprising there last Sunday, both of them were scheduled for a singles match. Then Team Frick came out and it became an intergender tag match. That was fantastic.
I love those two.
Oh,
lads.
they're great.
No, seriously, those two are brilliant. I must say they kind of they brighten up the OTT shows.
Whoever came up with the idea
man,
of
watch
having
them all day.
personal security is excellent.
like they suit Angel Cruz perfectly. They did for a while.
The match we had with the girls was so entertaining, like really good.
So yeah, what would be your any? Obviously, you're wrestling for OTT, but any promotions in the UK? Obviously, you've done Lucha forever. So, is there any other promotions you'd like to go for?
I'm not sure. Just previous work anywhere in the UK, really, considering like Irish wrestlers, over there, like isn't really common.
Yeah,
And any opportunity I'd be able to get over there, I'd love it.
well, yeah,
I
actually,
was spoiled, absolutely spoiled with Lucha Forever. I couldn't believe that I was given that opportunity.
yeah, that place seems to be actually hotting up as well. A lot with that and Fight Club Pro, and I think it's in Wolverhampton. They've seemed to really kind of got up now a level over the last year or so.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
That's one place I've always wanted to actually go watch a few matches. Fight Club, because obviously Jordan has gone over there, the Session Mat has gone over there, like, and obviously you have the
Kings
likes
have
of.
gone over there.
I think the Kings are going there at some point, and obviously you have CCK, you have British Strong Style, Travis Banks, etc. It seems to be kind of the main place to go now, besides Progress or ICW.
Yeah, it's like kind of Contenders really over here. It's kind of like that stepping stone up to them huge shows.
Yeah,
And for young wrestlers, it's great that shows like that are available to them.
So we have another
in
question
ter-
here from
sorry,
Reddit.
sorry, Scott.
Sorry, Scotty.
I was gonna say, in terms of the UK, like there's so many like young talented wrestlers over there. Like for them to actually fly me over, it's like such a privilege. Like because they have such a selection over there, and that's why I'm saying them shows over there would be like a huge honor if anyone over there was to get me over.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the UK it's never been so hot.
Such a hotbed for
Yeah.
good wrestling, and
Like-
promotion seems to be springing up every month.
Yeah, like there's always something new coming in the UK, and which is great to see because like obviously UK wrestling was kind of down for a bit. Now it's gone from like this little ash now to massive flames. Now you obviously have 5 or 6 really good promotions, and then obviously you have the under promotions that are doing very well as well.
Yeah, I mean, like pro wrestling's just in a boom at the moment, and I love it.
Yeah, it's great to see. Like it's just like pro wrestling is just the place to be now at the moment. I think personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a question here from Reddit. Who would you like to see come over to OTT in the future? Obviously, in December we have Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay. Who would you personally like to see come over?
Oh, I don't know. Like we've had so many. There's like a little few now. Like anyone who I'm like, I'd really like to see them. Like the over. There's a few people like Johnny Mundo. Like that's a huge name. Not sure really. Michael Elgin. Then again, a
Big
huge
Mike.
name.
Yeah, I'd like Big Mike to come over.
Yeah, like there's huge names, but like other than that, I can't think of much really.
Yeah, because OTT
Yeah.
have had so many people in the last 12 months. It's not even funny now at this
Yeah,
stage.
like they're thinking of like big independent wrestlers, and I'm like, wait, we've already had them.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're only just like 3 or 4 more names away from having everyone. That's like Michael Elgin would be such a find. Now that would be
Pentagon Jr. I think is a name that gets tossed around too.
great. Yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, you never know.
Oh man, just surprise after surprise, really with OTT. Never know what to expect.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Of course, we had Finn Balor unannounced show up in December. That was a massive surprise for me.
For me as well, I didn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah.
Like we're all like, what's this countdown thing
You
for?
know, we thought they were doing like a tribute or something.
And then all of a sudden we hear the dum dum.
Yeah.
I went, no,
Yeah.
no. And then when I hear the song coming out, I went, oh, for fuck's sake.
That pop was absolutely crazy. Like, I've never heard anything like it in my life. It
Yeah,
was like the roof was just about to fall off. Like,
I still
madness.
Yeah, it's madness. I watched it at least once a month because I love the pop for it. This thing is it's so perfect because like no one knew.
Nobody knew. Sure, we were talking about it in the line. Like, what if Finn Balor showed up? Kind of joking. Like, little did we know, you know.
Oh, it was funny. Oh no, it's a real good surprise because it's something you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on.
So yeah, you're obviously, you mentioned that you've been training in main stage. The other big one up in Dublin is the Fight Factory, which was set up by Paul Tracy and Fergal Devitt, now known as Finn Balor. What's the relationship like between the two schools? Is there a bit of friendly competition, or?
There used to be kind of a bit of a weird tension going on, but as of late, it's great. Like, I train down there kind of regularly, and then a lot of their trainees come up to main stage and wrestle regularly. Like, I love the fact that it's such a friendly vibe now between the two. Because when I went up in December for the first time up to the Fight Factory when it was in Bray, and it was like before kind of we were going back and forth between training skills. I just wanted more training, and I went up, and that was the day that Fergal Devitt was up there, and I didn't even know he was going to be up there. I just wanted to go up for extra training, and then when I went up, it was just such a surprise, and I just felt really welcomed. So I trained there in the training main stage, and there's a really good relationship going on right now between the two.
That's really good. Yeah, it's good to see like two kind of different schools getting together. Like no none of this animosity anymore. So that's really good.
Yeah, same with Uprising up north. Anytime we have shows, like the schools going to come together, and we're all just friends. Like, that was fantastic. Like, I really like the fact that everyone's all together now.
Yeah, actually, Uprising's a place I actually like to watch a show because obviously getting up north is quite hard, especially from where we live. But definitely someday, definitely Uprising's one of it. Because obviously I know it's run by by Damien Corvin and Bonesaw, obviously. So definitely want to check them out. Definitely.
Yeah, like all the wrestlers up there are fantastic. They have great attitude. Just like they're all really focused on wrestling, and just the shows they put on are really good. And then again, they're giving opportunities for people like down south. Like, because on the last one there was me, Amy, Callum Black, Debbie Keitel was on that show, and it's just Angel Cruz and Team Prick, and I was really happy the fact that the lads up there are giving us opportunities elsewhere, putting our names in different people's, putting our names in more venues, and it's really good because it's opening more people's eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good to see like the Irish lads getting a chance up north, and then the North lads getting a chance to come down here. So like it's good balance between the two.
Yeah, I love the fact there's no tension.
Yeah, it's great. No, it's great. Like, it's good to see like no tension, obviously, which is fantastic. Good to see like good attitudes between both camps. So that's good.
Makes everyone better at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, spot on. So yeah, our final question for you is: do you have any advice for anyone that's getting into wrestling?
I'd say train everywhere that you can, train as much as you can, and just have a really good attitude about it. Like, don't come into wrestling expecting like to be on shows here and everywhere like in a matter of months. It takes time. Everything takes time. It's like you need to build on everything really, and there's a big respect factor in there. And it's just don't really trust stereotypes in wrestling, because there isn't. Like, there's rarely ever bad people in wrestling. Everybody's there to support each other, so just trust people and want to improve.
Perfect. So thanks, Scotty, for your time. I must say that was a very good interview. I must say thank you very much for coming on to us today.
So do
No
you
problem,
have any...
Arnold.
Sorry.
So yeah, thanks very much for coming on again. Obviously, good luck with OTT, and hopefully you get booked
Thank
now.
you.
Hopefully you get booked in the UK. Definitely
Yeah,
a bit more.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thanks.
you're one to look out for. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
you're very, very talented.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Scotty.
it.
Bye bye. So yes, that was none other than Scotty Davis. An absolute pleasure to have on the interview. I must say,
Yes,
he's
indeed.
for a guy who was only in the business not that long. Well, obviously he's been in obviously doing freestyle wrestling as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Like that was brilliant. That was,
Yeah, you
wasn't
can
it?
find him, by the way, on Twitter at Supreme Scotty Davis.
Yes. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Plug him on for it. And so yes, that was our interview with Scotty Davis. We'll be back next week with a very special interview. We won't be telling you who yet, but let's just say it's
what?
going to be a shoot. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
So yes, don't forget to remember this will be on on our YouTube page, so make sure to look at that, 'cause this was a very good interview, I must say. He gave us
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. So yes, until next time, guys, remember
Take
to
it easy.
take it easy, and remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com, youtube.com/indie wrestling pod, Twitter at indie_pod, and we'll be back next week with another interview and all the podcast goodness.
Goodbye.